wants to join, I guess whatever.
Hey. Hi everyone, welcome to the 9th episode of Mobile Web Dev on the Air, the show for mobile enthusiasts and developers. And tonight we have Mike Corbett and
Hello.
Biscardi. And Biscardi.
Hey.
That's it.
It's kind of a short welcome back episode.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. It's almost like we forgot how to do it.
Oh, I totally forgot. Like when you don't do it a lot, you kind of forgot what to do.
We have a mystery ghost episode that's on my account that I need to post still. I haven't posted it at all. I forgot. So, but I believe it's got no views, so that's neat.
Well, you didn't advertise it, so
No, I
that's
didn't.
kind of different. Well, not really advertised, but you didn't post it at all.
So, since we've been gone a while, I think we have a few topics, but we're going to try to keep it shorter today. Just because
That's always our goal.
Yeah. Last time we did it, actually, we kept it at an hour because we were all kind of like, what else? I guess that's it. There's actually been a decent
There's not much
amount
that happened this week, so...
I think I'm actually going to roll in with something I've been kind of teasing a lot lately and hoping would work out for us, and it finally did. But which is Nintendo game reviews for the 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
They've actually sent me 2 games from the eShop, the download store. So that's kind of cool. Basically, the eShop will be kind of like what's renamed of the Nintendo channel and things like that, and their download service. They're calling it the eShop now, which is a lot better of a name. But this week I got, let's see. Oh, we got Matthew Rappaport.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. This week I got a game called, I lost, Pushmo. And in like America or in UK or something, it's called Pole Blocks, and in other countries it's called other things. So it's kind of funny. And kind of just playing that. Basically, the idea is it's kind of a puzzle game. You have to free these weird children from this block structure. It's kind of cool. It doesn't sound very interesting, but it really is quite addicting. So I highly recommend that game.
Can you repeat the name of the game, and then do we have a URL for it?
Pushmo.
Pushmo as in push.
Like push, and then somebody's name Mo.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think the European name would have been way more appropriate. It was called Pole Blocks.
Pole blocks. Pull the blocks, right.
So I was like, oh, that makes more sense, because that's all you're doing in that game is you pull blocks. But
you're not doing any pushing.
yeah, not a whole lot. You do a little bit, but there's a...
So how much is this game?
I believe it's like $7.99, which is my one qualm with... Oh, it's $6.99, excuse me.
Oh, it's
my one qualm with Nintendo games, because I feel like this game on if you could play it on a platform like iOS or something like that, it'd probably be like $1.99. But it's just one of those games I don't think would be quite suited for like a handheld mobile touch interface. Despite it being on the 3DS and them having a touch screen on the bottom, it doesn't utilize it at all except for to pause it if you touch that bottom touch screen. The touch screen does kind of show like a mini map of what you're looking at, of what the puzzle kind of looks like, but really there's not a whole lot to it. And the other beauty of the game, the thing that makes it worth the $6.99, is if you have a Windows PC, you can download a level designer, and so basically this game is just infinite. You can play kind of forever, as long as NeoGAF supports the game. The game is supported for life, which it's one of those things I feel like will be supported for a very, very long time. And then hopefully next week or in 2 weeks, kind of whenever I get tired of Pushmo, I've got Mutant Mudds, which is kind of like an old school 2D platforming game with a jetpack. So I won't say too much about it right now. Kind of tease for it later, but it's also kind of fun. So
Cool.
we'll give that a look in a couple weeks, like I said. And I think I'll post to if we can get a mobile web dev on Air's website kind of more going. I might post a review to it later.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish it this week. So.
No, I don't blame you. It's craziness.
So, do you think the trend is more on the rebranding? Because you mentioned Nintendo also changed their store. And
Nintendo is totally all about rebranding right now. They realized with the Wii that they got themselves in a lot of trouble.
Why? They made money with the Wii?
They made a lot of money, but now there's no money to be made.
Because no one's using it anymore? It's a fad?
It's just, it was a hardcore, I mean, they lost out on their hardcore audience. I mean, with games like Mass Effect 3 coming out just barely, and nothing of real interest coming out for Nintendo, it's just kind of like...
But Nintendo was never into those kinds of games. Like, the systems never really did that.
Yeah, their games are more for kids.
They're actually working at it for the next one, and I mean, I think they tested the waters last year with Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. There wasn't a whole lot of swearing or a whole lot of blood or anything like that, but you got a little bit of each, and they kind of tested the waters.
I remember Nintendo having like Street Fighter 2 and like Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah, they did back in the day. They were some of them. I think the better games were actually on the Nintendo because you could buy them for the Genesis and the Nintendo, and I believe they were better for the Nintendo.
Oh, I think they should let Mario grow up and make games that are like, you know, more
Sweet Mario,
manly and
Give him a
kitty.
Yeah, really. I think what they're, I think
like a Schwarzenegger Mario type. I don't know. No, like
really.
Something with like guns and.
That would really be like a plumber.
Yeah, really. Make him the angry plumber we all want him to be. I'm sick of the princess not dating me.
Yeah, something like that would be an awesome game.
Or hit people with it.
I think what Nintendo's doing is wise though. Make their child games, and then if they're smart this year, they'll let third parties make the crazy games. And they need to advertise said third parties games though, because there was actually like 6 or 7 really good games for Nintendo that were like just really very adult. There was No More Heroes 1 and 2. There was, I always forget the name of this game, so I guess that makes it unmemorable. But they made a sequel, version 1 that was a launch game, and then they made a sequel for that. And then they also made Mad World, which is a black and white comic book styled game where only the blood is red. And there's a lot of blood. And so, like, in the cutscenes will be like, it's like basically a game. It's kind of like Death Race without cars. Mm-hmm. So basically, get out alive.
Right, so back to their branding side of it. How about the rebrand for everything that's Google into Google Play from Android Store to...
That was weird.
To, you know, music and the bookstore.
I didn't think it was a problem, but now I do. Because my cousin tweeted me and said, "What's this Google Play crap? What's that mean? Do I download all my apps from there now? Yeah. What's going on? What does that mean?" I'm like, "Oh no, it is a problem." And she's like intelligent. She's written like 3 books. One's about to be released in November. If I didn't plug her, she'd probably kill me, so it's good that I did.
I think that was too quick. Maybe like a little warning would have been like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, we are rebranding, by the way."
Or like...
then all of a sudden it's like, here, it's Google Play.
The funny thing is, I'm pretty sure somebody uncovered this like 3 months ago.
Oh really?
Like in the source. They were reading the source or whatever code for the website, and they were like, "What's Google Play mean? What's this mean? Is that what Hangouts is going to be recalled? Is that their new gaming platform?" And then all of a sudden it's everything.
Kind of does make sense.
It sounds like a gaming platform.
For me, I personally thought it was going to be a good idea because I was like, okay, it makes sense. Why would they put the Android market on their Google TV? But now it's kind of just like...
Google TV is going to have like an Xbox feel? Or does?
Like
the menus?
Basically,
more like an Apple TV.
Yeah, it feels more like an Apple TV. I mean, they could make it like an Xbox.
But they'll put
if
everything
they were
on it. They'll
smart.
put games and music and everything, videos.
Yeah.
We tried to do that,
Google
but they
Market.
stuck at it, right?
We
tried to do that, but
we just barely got Hulu Plus.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of too late. People everywhere have this. Excuse me. If you have a Wii, you know what I'm talking about. There's a blue light that flashes inside the disk drive, like this, just slowly pulsating. And it's basically saying there's an update on your Wii, and there's just, I mean, I don't know how many millions and millions and millions of Wiis are out there right now. I know it's a lot, but I guarantee if it's not packed away in their closet or their top drawer, they're just sitting there ignoring a blue light every day. Like, I don't know what that means. I guess I'll just leave it alone. Whereas on the 3DS, Hulu and Netflix are actually quite a welcome device. A lot of people are kind of pleased they got Netflix on their 3DS.
Is Hulu on the new Apple TV?
I don't know.
I've heard good reviews about the third generation Apple TV, but I know that YouTube is on it and Netflix. But
I have Roku, so
I keep thinking about getting a Roku.
I have two of them, a new one.
Is Roku playing on 1020p or?
I think so. Yeah, they HD and they have like the weird thing is it came with a controller, the new one, like a Wii controller. To play Angry Birds, so it's weird, and you play Angry Birds with it. And you buy games and stuff, which is weird. I mean, I used it once. I don't use the Roku that much, although it does have like Netflix and Hulu and HBO Go and things like that.
Do they have an iPhone app remote for it yet?
I'm not sure. Maybe. Not sure.
They just got an Android one that was kind of like a big deal. So I kind of wondered if they were behind. Android was behind, kind of like they usually.
But why? I don't get the whole remote control on your phone. Like what? Like so you don't have to look for your own remote control.
I have a problem with finding my remote control.
I didn't know it came with. Well, I don't know why I didn't think it came with a remote control, but I guess I just didn't think about it. So it's kind of like, yeah, why would you have a virtual remote control if it comes with a physical one? I guess it really is just for those people that lose their remote constantly. They don't lose their phone very often, but they'll lose their remote probably every day.
People, how many times do you have to like find someone to call? Like, if you live with someone, they have to call your phone. Otherwise, they're like, "Where's my phone?"
That's true. I don't know. That's really weird.
At least you can call your phone. You can't call
really.
the remote.
Yeah. Hey, I want to watch Roku.
Actually, that would be a pretty cool app if you could like code if there's voice activated, you code a word, and every time you say that word, the phone makes noise. That'd be cool, right?
That would be terrible.
No, terrible. All right.
It'd have to be a certain word
that would be like
never said.
you would be. Yeah, but then you would say it all the time, and then you would start using it.
No, it'd be a word you don't
because
say
you said it all the time.
Obviously, if you make the word.
The dog went up the fire escape to get the bone, and you're like, it's the. Why did I use the word the?
I would think, yeah. You'd use a specific word like anti-disestablishmentarianism or something like that.
Yeah.
Which I know Mike uses every day.
I do. It's pretty bad. If drunk or tired.
Clearly.
If drunk or tired, you'd be like anti-disestablishment. Dang it.
You can't
my
say.
phone?
Exactly.
You're like, why did I make it so long? I'm drunk.
I actually reviewed.
Why did I make it pizza?
Yeah. I reviewed an app that came with a Bluetooth dongle that you could put on your keys and then one on your phone. So if you ever lost either one, you could just whistle for it, and it would start beeping and let you know where you were. And then as you got closer or further away, it'd make like less beeps. It's kind of interesting.
That's what I need for my remote control.
Yeah. All we need to do is email Sony or Samsung or hope they're listening to this and be like, can you just make the little dongle that's on the phones so I can stick this Bluetooth thing on it?
It would be cool if there was like a keyword you could do, like whatever the app name was, and then
that'd be cool.
Remote. You know, like Hulu remote, and then it would start beeping.
Yeah, really. I don't know. Eventually we'll get there, but I don't think microphone always on would be the smartest feature for keeping your battery alive on any phone, regardless. But I'm going to segue now. Speaking of battery, I just read today that the iPad 3, new iPad,
Build 7439.
comes with I think they said like a triple as powerful battery, which is like, holy
Really?
crap.
Really? A triple battery? I mean, triple...
It's either double or triple, and it's just
Because
wow,
people get the
that's phenomenal.
what is it? Mophie? The battery pack, the charger
Right.
case.
I'm not sure what it's called, but I know they have them for...
Yeah, it gives you double life. But
I don't
Well,
know,
basically-
I'm pretty happy with my iPad too. Like, the battery life lasts 2-3 days if I
Yeah.
turn off the cellular
How-
data.
How does the Kindle compare?
Kindle Fire.
Yeah,
They're
she
pretty
got
much
it.
the same. The better life.
You have both? You have a Kindle Fire and an iPad too?
Mhm.
Why do you need is there enough time in the day? Like what? Because you can do both.
No, there's no enough.
Like you can do both. Like and the iPad 2 is far superior, right?
Whatever is nearest to me, that's what I pick up.
But you
So
can
it's
use
like,
Kindle on both. You could watch movies on both. Like what
Uh-huh.
is the advantage?
I just needed it
Because
for
she runs a
testing.
mobile. She runs a mobile web dev site, so it's like, why not?
All right, if you can.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, yeah, I'm pretty happy with both. So
Yeah.
what I don't
Chris-
have is an Android tablet.
Yet.
Or a BlackBerry. What's it? A playbook?
I
There's
don't
one?
have a
Playbook.
playbook either.
We tried to get playbooks on a couple shows ago. They were giving away free playbooks if you
I
converted
just
through
don't have
Android app.
time to do an app in like 2
I actually submitted an app.
Oh, really? Did you get...
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, you did.
Yeah. No, I left in in the title tag. I left in "Hello World."
Oh!
They rejected it. Yeah, I need to fix that. But theoretically, if I fix it and resubmit the app, I'll still get one.
Oh, okay, good. Then go for it. And...
Well, all you
Yeah.
need is a BlackBerry phone to tether it with, so you can use it. And then I think they've actually become better since BlackBerry 2 came out. BlackBerry.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
speaking
to
of
do for
tablet,
a tablet.
we do have that Vivaldi, which used to be Spark, but we'll talk about that when we have Matt around to join us. Which is
Okay.
it's pretty interesting. It's combination of both the hardware and the software. So it's pretty cool.
I've actually
It's
been.
kind of one of those for the do-it-yourself tablet types.
I've
Yeah, I know
actually
you guys
been-
are mobile, but I just got invited to a Pinterest clone called Bolt. It's this little
Yeah.
What's it called?
Bolt
Bolt?
bo.lt.
There's another
Oh,
one
okay,
called
yes.
Pinnerly. I don't know what that is.
Oh, Pinnerly is associated with Pinterest. Bolt literally looks like do you mind if I share a screen or?
Yeah, you can go for it.
No, it looks exactly like Pinterest.
Okay.
There's
It
another
does.
one, but Pinterest for movies, which is chill.
You tell me. I would only do it for like a second.
Yeah, go for it.
You think? Yeah, you're fine. To do that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah, the website
Is
is
it-
already on the public.
Does it not look like Pinterest?
With a darker background.
No, not at all. It doesn't look a thing like Pinterest.
Not at all. What does my profile look like?
So you think?
What is
Do
the
you
purpose of this? So it's just pretty
Just
much
to
a
pin things bolted?
copycat of Pinterest?
Yeah, I
Maybe
guess.
they just changed their legal.
Yeah, maybe their legal is better. Maybe if they have a better legal, or they're not having controversy. But
That's weird.
You know, that is the only type of thing on the web that Google Plus cannot emulate. Like, I can emulate a Twitter feed, a Twitter, a tweet, a Tumblr, a
Twit.
blog, but I cannot do a Pinterest. Just
well,
because...
you can look at your photos from your
Well,
posts on your phone, like it's Pinterest in a sense, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, because the difference with Pinterest is that once you have the image in the Lightbox view, if you click on the image, it goes to a different link, which is not possible in Google+. That's the only one. That's why you can't do
Yeah,
it
you,
like
you
a
could
Pinterest
link
site.
it by putting the link in the description.
Yeah, but it
But
doesn't, like,
it's not the same thing.
it's not a link. So
Yeah.
if they can add that, then they can have, like, people going to Google+ to do Pinterest type of posts.
I kind of wonder if Blogger and Google Plus will ever combine, because then you could have
No.
Pinterest-style posts from a Blogger template on your stream or something.
But you saw, I think Nita put it up. There's and I reshared it about YouTube. You'll be able to connect your YouTube account YouTube account to a Google Plus account. So because so you can literally attach it, sharing or whatever. So that's just a step. I think that all of Google is going to be on Plus.
Well, your YouTube accounts are already connected, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but more than that. I think they do more.
They went a step further. So
I think what they'll do is. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say just basically. So instead of it saying my weird username, it would say my Google Plus name. And
your real name.
Yeah, that's true. And then instead of showing whatever picture you have, it'd show your Google Plus picture. And then I believe there's even a profile button that can link back to my Google Plus profile. But I got all excited to do that, and I found out that I can't link my Google Plus account right now. If I started a new Google Plus account and then got onto YouTube,
I created
then you can link
a new YouTube account, and you can do it.
Okay, that's
what might be interesting. They're going to eventually let you do the old ones too, I think. But
they said it would be.
I don't think most people use the videos on their profile on Google Plus.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, and if they can link it so all your videos from YouTube show up there without having to upload, because no one likes to upload. Let's be serious.
Well, that was part of the privacy thing.
Takes forever.
Right, unless you're freaking Robert Headley, who showed us he has 103 downloaded and 14 upload. It's ridiculous. But hey, look, there's Carmelyne Thompson.
Wait, hold on. No, I was gonna click on this part where the videos.
Yeah, you can only upload.
If they can link that to my YouTube account, that would be
I imagine that'll be the eventual outcome. I mean, I don't know why. It was kind of weird.
It's weird they didn't start with it. Yeah, it's I thought it would just seem common sense, but
plus,
well, you can't start with everything.
Back in the day.
Well, not everything, but that seemed like a basic thing. No.
Yeah, way back in the day, they were going to make Blogger Google Blogs and Picasa Google Photos, and that never happened either.
Yeah, or yet, not yet.
Yeah, it'll happen eventually. But maybe they had to get past this privacy.
But does social media
policies.
Do people still? I mean, social media has a blog feel to it, especially Google Plus. So it's I don't know.
It's not
blog form though.
As a platform.
I guess they could put all that text edit. People want all the more editing. They'll probably put that in post, a better way to edit, as an option.
Because not many people know Markdown.
Google Plus is still time-based. Blogs really are category-based. I mean, you can do them time-based too, but
yeah, and I don't think they'll ever do the thing with circles where it's
hashtags that you can add a hashtag to a circle.
Yeah, I thought that too. Well, I just mean circles where it's instead, kind of like how Robert Scoble was talking week 3 or week 4, how he was saying, I'm so mad because my venture capitalists are all posting cat pictures and I want them to post venture capitalism.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, you could.
That was ages ago, but
the filter, yeah.
If eventually you could basically put make a circle. So say I wanted a circle, I think you were saying this earlier with a hashtag. So it was if any word comes in, that's basically that circle.
Right, anybody in my circle.
Then I can click, then I can click the circle for the hashtag, and it'll take me there.
Or if let's say I want the 3 of you in a circle, but I only want to see when you 3 post about tech. But then the only thing is that let's say I put hashtag technology or category technology, it has to decide what counts as technology, Because it's not like you guys are using the hashtag.
No, and if I somehow weirdly was I have a new mobile app, technology, it's awesome, then it would pick it up. But otherwise,
that's weird. That would be weird.
That'd be very weird.
Just add technology at the end of every post.
So you guys are mobile apps, because I have the iPhone. That's what I use. So.
Oh, we're agnostic here when it comes to platforms. So we welcome iOS and Android and BB.
We claim agnostic, but really we talk about Android so much more for some reason. I don't know why.
Well,
does anybody actually have
it's not by
iPhone?
choice.
I do.
Glad you're here, Matt.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was just gonna say that I love Google and I like Apple. I'm not in this whole war with them. But as far as Android goes, I mean, look, I mean, people iPad. Do people make a argument that the Android tablet is superior to the iPad? Is that an argument going on?
No, there's no argument of that. There's people that think it's better in some ways, and I mean, you can say one has a better camera, but I always say I'm glad I bought a touchpad because there's no rear camera, and why the heck would I want to take rear camera photos from a tablet going like this? That looks stupid. I've got a nice phone that takes nice pictures, so there's just no point.
I get confused when I do that on my iPad. Like,
Wait, are you saying it's bad about the iPad, Mike?
Oh, no, the cameras are fine, and I'm saying any tablet should not have a camera on it, unless it's a front-facing.
Really?
There's just no point to a rear camera on a tablet.
You get a bigger
Any
viewfinder
tablet.
on a
What are you
tablet.
talking about? There is if you're filming, if you're recording.
Filming, okay, I can see that.
You just took a picture.
But for pictures, a lot of people don't. I just feel like it looks
But
stupid.
with my phone, it's not. Well, I always take pictures.
No,
I do.
phone's
I'll
fine.
take
Like
a picture
this.
like that. I'll do that like all the time.
No, that's cool. No, that's totally fine on a phone. I just meant on a tablet. See, I mean, it just looks. Pretend I'm at the zoo looking at the monkeys.
You have to
and
hold
all
it
of a
in
sudden I
both
whip out my
hands.
tablet, and I'm just like,
I
Yeah,
do
people
that.
don't really
this
take-
looks silly.
Yeah, people.
But if you're
I
going to
was
do
filming.
something with it immediately,
It's just
if
my
you're gonna
opinion.
do
I
something,
don't like it.
yeah.
You want like a little flip thing that makes it look more like a camera, like so it's not just a tablet. It's
That'd
like
be
a little
interesting.
piece that comes up.
I just don't find it necessary to have a camera on a tablet unless you said like filming would be awesome.
Yeah, but you know why? Because think about all the apps and games and stuff that can come out that use the camera and Hangouts.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. No, a front-facing camera, I'm totally for that on a tablet.
I like having both.
I just don't think a
that's one of-
rear-facing is very...
That's one of my requirements is to have like the rear-facing and the front-facing camera.
But on a camera, on a
I mean,
tablet,
on a
I understand
tablet.
it on a. I understand it on a phone.
Whether you use it or not isn't the point. It's the fact that you can use it, that it's there.
Yeah.
But my point with the iPad versus the tablet is that people they're talking about how they like the Android phone better than the iPhone. So to me, the iPhone and the iPad don't feel like they're so different. You know.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't get.
That's one of my big complaints when a lot of people are like, oh, I got an iPad and an iPhone, and I'm like, cool, well, you've got the same device, but one's
Right.
10 inches. And they're like, no, it's more than that. And I'm like, no, it's kind of not.
It's the same interface
It's actually the same
and
operating system.
everything. Yeah,
It's
interface,
the same,
operating
just the
system.
size and graphics
I mean,
are better, I
it's
guess.
really
Yeah,
just the
iPad.
size.
I can't say anything now because I used to be able to say, well, my phone, Android phone, and the tablet I want are technically different operating systems, but recently Google has merged them to be one.
Mhm.
So now the same can be said about Android.
You know, and I wanted to like the Android, but I feel like it just felt clunky to me. For me personally, it just felt like it was not.
Coming from an Apple standpoint, yeah, you're gonna feel just weird about it because it's when you press an iPhone button, it works. When you press left or right, it works. When you turn it on, it works.
When you shake it, it works.
The whole statement of "it works" is kind of stupid and cliche, but it's kind of true when it comes to iPad versus Android tablet. I mean,
But I'm saying with the phone
it's
too.
faster, it's smoother, it's cleaner.
Talking about the phone, like.
But we're
I'm
talking responsiveness here, basically.
Yeah, I feel. I mean, no, I mean, I'm just saying when I've never used an Android tablet. I'm just guessing. But with a phone, I tried to use the Android phone. You know, like the Samsung Galaxy or whatever, and I don't know. I just felt like it was just more. It was clunky, more work. It was like, all right, I have to like there are applications that are hidden in a folder, and I have to go find the applications and then go in the back, and then I have to move it from the back to the front. And yeah, with the iPhone, you move stuff around, but I don't know, just
It's not a whole lot different now. I mean, I'm sure that when you tested it out, it was on 2.3 or even lower than that on an Android.
no, it was a
phone.
new one. It was a new one.
Size
What,
two?
version 4?
Is there one
I
out
don't
right
remember
now?
I don't remember the actual. No, I don't. It was only a couple months ago.
It was probably 2.3
Yeah.
unless you actually hung out with somebody that had a Google Nexus, a Galaxy Nexus. It was likely 2.3. But yeah, those do feel a little bit different. The new update definitely fixes a lot of problems that people have complained to me about. When they say it's slower, I mean, this one updates that. When they say I can't find anything, I feel like this updates that a little bit.
I mean, I know the
So-
big argument for like Android over iPhone is iTunes, but like eventually, I think with the cloud, the iTunes
Really?
thing will go away. That's one person. Some people do.
I feel like a lot of people that have Android that talk down on iPhone people is when they say, I have this and you have this, and they say, well, what's the big difference? I always hear customization. So where you can only change your background and your unlock screen on the iPhone.
That stuff. Like, that's not why I have a phone.
Well, that's fine. That's why Apple products work.
Look at this. Look at what.
You're not a developer.
You can
It's fine.
For iPhones, or you can jailbreak them, and for Androids you can root them. So yeah.
I do like having root on my Android. It's very useful.
Just as much as, I mean, I've never been one to say one way or another. I mean, my wife got a BlackBerry, and I didn't kill myself. I wasn't like, no, you have to have the Android.
No, I would not get an iPhone.
The BlackBerry.
For the longest time, I had a BlackBerry, and I was like, I didn't want the iPhone because I didn't want a phone, like, because I liked the keyboard, but then it froze and it's terrible software.
Well, we're speaking about Google now, so let's. What do you guys feel about the Kevin Rose joining Google?
Right.
We were talking about this earlier.
Oh, really?
We were talking in a couple of hangouts, and we basically were saying that he's gonna like just sit there and kind of look pretty and like, yay, Google Plus.
I read a thing that said, but yeah, basically he was gonna be an equivalent to Louis Gray, basically someone that blogs about it, builds people up, gets them excited about the product.
I feel like Louis Gray is more involved in daily operations. I think Kevin Rose will be
definitely
more of a.
Well, so here the thing is, like, if you think of Facebook, there's a face. It's Mark.
Mm-hmm.
When you think of Google,
unfortunately, have one face.
And then when you think of Apple, you think of Jobs or now either Ives or Go. And then when you think of BlackBerry, no, I don't really. And then when
I think of BlackBerry, I used to think of a two-headed monster, and now I just like, what happened to the monster?
And then when you think of Google, when I think of Google, I think of like a collective group of people that I cannot figure out which face to like. I don't know.
I felt like they were building it up for Vic to take the face, and then it kind of stopped.
Maybe it didn't stop. Maybe it's just.
Well, it's just he was at I/O, he was at conferences, he was kind of like talking a lot. And then all of a sudden it became Eric Schmidt, and then he stepped down, and that kind of was kind of like, oh, well, he's not really the face either anymore. So, yeah, I definitely think, I mean, you could definitely benefit from somebody like Kevin Rose being a young, I mean, I don't even think he's older than I mean, I think
he's 35.
Oh, is he 35?
He's 35 this year. So he's not really that young.
I thought he was younger.
Yeah.
But still, he can get around. He's been in many web circles. I don't think his.
They offered him like is it $1 million or $2 million for like a year or whatever it was. Of course, who's going to return? Who's going to turn down like $1 or $2 million?
Yeah, straight up to.
Did they buy his latest venture out?
No,
they shut it down.
They closed Oink, so.
Yeah, people were pissed about that. They felt like they wasted their.
Yeah, I don't feel like Milk is going anywhere. Milk was his company. I think it stood for like mobile intelligence, blah 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 blah.
He did a couple. He did Dig and Pons and.
But does Kevin Rose not even the $1 million's nice? But do you think that he put all his money and stuff and he's broke?
I don't think
heavens,
so.
no.
No, why would he be broke?
Exactly. So like, what? I don't get it. Like,
what's his inspiration? You mean?
Why work for Google? Just $1 million, $2 million?
I kind of think it's just the idea of working for somewhere like that's got that name behind it. Before he worked for Dig, and he made Dig, and it was just him and a couple
he didn't take the offer, yeah.
It has a mysterious allure around it. Yeah.
And then he made Pounds, and it was kind of like whatever. And then he made Milk, and Milk was kind of like, what the heck's Milk?
Milk makes applications.
Well, I know that, but
yeah.
other people asked, like, what's going on?
Yeah, he was being the person on the street.
Yeah, really.
But is he? I know he's kind of active in Google Plus. Like he changed his domain.
Yeah, but Peter was saying like he's like made like one comment or something. He's not.
Oh, maybe one comment at least. Oh yeah.
He still posts though, so I noticed that today. I was kind of like, maybe he's one of those celebrities that was like, well, this is cool, but now I'm going away.
Maybe they have an inner circle.
Well, they said he's going to work on social, which we think means plus, but...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he might go to the Plus mobile team, too.
Didn't somebody from the Google Plus team also leave and left for Microsoft?
They've all been back and forth and all over between Facebook,
really.
Microsoft, and Google and Apple.
Yeah.
And LinkedIn, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Well, they're using some newer technologies too, so I could see how
LinkedIn,
that would be
yeah.
attractive.
Well, it's a site that's not got a huge client base. It does, but it doesn't. Like,
well, outside the
17-year-olds
videos they
aren't
do.
going to LinkedIn.
Some people thought hiring Kevin Rose was a desperate move by Google.
Really? I don't know how that
I don't feel like they should be desperate.
I don't
in
see
any way,
Google
shape, or
as
form. Google Plus,
desperate.
if Google Plus fails, they've still got ads, and they're still going to make millions.
But Google Plus, I mean, do you
No,
guys think
really.
they would ever shut down Google Plus like they shut down Buzz or Wave? No, right?
Not at this
now.
point.
No, they can't.
I don't know. Apparently, it's a ghost town. So.
I think they're too worried too fast. Yeah.
I think the thing that bothered a lot of people is that some people, when Vic at South by Southwest told Guy Kawasaki that the users are doing it wrong. I think, or not using it right.
He's kind of right in a way. I mean, to be fair.
No, but is it?
Definitely
Yeah,
not
but
what you say.
Yeah, but it's how you say it. So when you say if you're saying the users aren't using it right, then there's something wrong with your network.
Yeah, there's something wrong with your UI if the user is not using it right.
I don't know if it's necessarily a UI thing. I think it's
Well,
more like
is there
education.
a right way to use it?
It's education. Thank you. That's what I'm thinking. Because I get so many complaints of people that come on.
I've done a new
feed
sign-up.
from time to time where it's like, okay, what's going on here? And I'll read somebody like, oh, I just got back on Google Plus. I don't think I'll still be using it very much. And it's like, you don't understand how to use it then because you need to follow people.
It's not. I think it's pretty. When you go to it, it's pretty easy to figure out. But then you.
Yeah, but you guys are developers. Talking about
I know. The problem is
There's
like
also
you
been an
debate with
abundance.
yourself. You debate with yourself like, well, I can do this here and I can do that there. The same.
We all had that same feeling though when we first got here. When we're like, oh god, I had to make circles and start over, and right? No, a little bit.
Kind
Not
of.
really.
I mean,
No.
in a way, I kind of have that. I was like, oh, I can add my Yahoo friends. I was like, okay.
I have Yahoo friends.
There's one. I was like, okay. And then I was like, well, I can add my
Young
face.
friend.
And then I was like, well, I can add my Facebook friends. And I was like, nope, I can't.
Until
And then
Mohammed came on.
a couple people developed, and then that ended up failing because Facebook canceled it. And then
Also, because if you had too many Facebook friends, it took forever to load.
We just
Yeah.
need to wait for Facebook to go into their IPO, and well, they are.
No, but you see,
Yeah.
I put up in the chat a link, and in the link now with interest, interest is like a circle. Like you could subscribe to it, which is really funny. I made a Google Plus interest on Facebook,
That's funny.
and I added. I think Carmelyne and Mike. I don't know if Mike's on it. Maybe Carmelyne's in it. I don't know. Maybe not. But
I don't have any Google friends in Facebook.
What?
Like all my
Oh.
Facebook friends are family.
I have one or two.
Yeah,
Cool.
mine are
But-
pretty
It's just
much
not
the
the
same
same
thing.
network.
But the reason why I did it is
That's
because
the problem.
like as much as I like Google Plus, you have to. The point is we became friends here and we networked here, but the idea is that we could be friends everywhere and not one platform has that power over us. If that makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi Jason. Oh, hi to Jason Salas. He can't join because he doesn't have like clearance. His network. No,
He doesn't have
What's
tag
he
to
on?
pass.
he's one of the TV hosts for Guam, and you can't just join like Hangouts on air because he needs to get clearance to join.
Oh, maybe another time. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go back to the iPad real quick. In the fact that it's got the bigger battery, the multiple cores for graphics, and the better screen, does anybody here think that gaming is going to enhance on the iPad or not? Really?
There's a problem because when you have these really high you need like more space for really quality graphics for games. And
Actually heard
then
that.
the start for memory, I mean not memory, but space is 16, and then 32 and 64, and they didn't really upgrade that.
That's
So
true.
that's kind of the limit
So
that you face
basically, you're
with the
talking
iPad
about
3.
your gigabyte-age
Yeah.
Yep.
of the game download. So if I have a 1 gig game and I end up getting 8 1 gig games, maybe I'm halfway full on my
No.
iPad.
Yeah, these games
save
would
data,
run from
yeah.
at least 2 gigabytes to 3. So if you're
Wow.
at 16, you're pretty much just, limited to at least 3 to 4.
And on the HD screen, unless you're using, tiny sprites and hardly anything else, you're gonna be just busting those graphics with that giant screen.
I think what the iPad 3 would be really good at would be like...
Wait, iPad isn't like iPad Plus?
I mean, new iPad.
New iPad.
New iPad. So
Yeah,
God
basically,
forbid.
so basically what's going to happen is people are going to from now on go, just like my cousins at their Christmas parties, well, my iPod broke, so I got the new generation. It's a 4, and my brothers have the 3. And so that's what's just going to end up happening.
Well, people
now.
do
It's
say in
the
a sense
third generation.
iPads, so but it kind of works.
Yeah.
I don't know, I still feel like you need some kind of numbering. Like, it doesn't need to be like 1, 2, 3, but it could be like...
Well, it's obviously the third generation, but I think now they're in trouble because they can't call it the new iPad S.
No, but
So
then with iPad...
if they wanted an incremental update.
They should call it iTray. Or something like that.
You remember with the iPod,
Yeah.
it's only an iPod, right? And you just call it
Yeah.
second, third generation. So this would be like an iPad, third generation.
Yeah, but the phone has numbers.
I wondered that. That begs the question for me. They could get rid of the numbering on the phone pretty easily. But
Yeah,
then,
probably
like
in the
I
next...
said, the S.
Not after
or
that
the
whole
3GS.
controversy.
But how is this going to affect mind share?
What's the issue?
Like, when you say, I have an iPad, and somebody else goes, I have an iPad too. Or,
Laurel
not
Hardy.
necessarily too, but like also.
They actually
Like-
wondered that at Best Buy because they're going to go in
Kill each other.
and, yeah, really. People are going to go into Best Buy and go, okay, well, I want the iPad. And they're going to go over to the, people at my Best Buy anyway, the people don't come to you. You look at things, and then finally, when they get time, they come over to you. So they're going to go over and see the iPad and the iPad 2 and think, oh, well, this one's the 2. This one's obviously better. They're not going to really look at the specs. They're not going to look at what's better. They're not going
Oh, I see what you mean, I see what you
no,
mean.
they're gonna have something on the new iPad. to
Yeah,
make
it's
it
like
look.
new iPad,
new,
newer
yes.
than iPad 2.
Well, what could you what could you give to my dad, who is 50 this year about, that would make him think, okay, well, this is the new iPad and this is the iPad 2. I mean,
And how do you
Wait, when the
Even-
new iPad comes out, do they leave the iPad 2 on the shelf?
yes, the iPad 1 goes away, but the iPad 2 stays on the shelf.
Well, why would anyone buy? Is it cheaper? Is that why they would buy a regular
It's
iPad?
much cheaper. It's like $300 down from $500.
Yeah, it's about like $100 cheaper than that.
Well,
Plus,
you're buying
it's
an
the
iPad,
two,
you have
so
money.
it's better.
Yeah, really. See, that's what I wonder though. My dad would call me and say, "Hey, what's going on? What's
Doesn't he know how to
he
use
decided
Google?
to get an iPad?" He would go, "What's the difference between this iPad 2 and this new iPad? The 2's better, right?" And I would have to explain to him, "No. It's the new iPad, Dad."
So you're
He would
saying they
go,
should have
"What?"
just kept the number and said iPad 3?
I don't know, and I don't say
I don't
yes or no
necessarily-
yet because it's
Necessarily,
iPod
3 doesn't
is
need to
that
be the
way.
number, but they have to have some sort of...
They could say the
this
third
one's this one,
iPad.
and this one's the next one, and this one's the next one.
Mhm.
And they have to have that in the mind share of the consumer.
They could put iPad. They could put the year like 2012 on it.
That's
They
true.
can do that, yeah.
Well,
I
you
don't
can
know.
tell the
You-
difference here. No, you can tell. Because when you put the iPad 2 and the iPad 3 to get next to each other, the iPad 3 is bigger. So what are you going to think? Oh, this bigger one's better.
Maybe. Because if you go down the Android tablet aisle, you're going to be like, well, there's a big one, and a little one, and a thick one, and a skinny one, and a fat one, and an ugly one. This one doesn't have cameras. This one's a BlackBerry Android tablet.
Okay.
So, I mean,
There's this
My
one
dad-
that doesn't look like it does anything.
that's why I'm not going to let my dad down that aisle for sure. But,
You should buy it for him instead. It's like, don't worry
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. I'll take care of it, and I'll
well,
just give it to
he
you.
has no concern for a tablet right now, but my grandpa, if he ever talks my dad into it, he eventually might get one. So Either way, though, people like my dad, I think this is a bad idea for, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Maybe they will remove iPad 2 off the shelves just completely and wipe it out. And just new iPad will be the only thing.
Oh, I understand what you mean, because my aunt didn't want an iPad before, and then now I can't even borrow her iPad. She's like, no, I have to use it.
I might need it for something.
And you know what I hate? I hate how they all that's the new thing when something comes out like that. It's sold out. And they do that on purpose to make it because if it doesn't sell out, it's fail. It's a marketing thing. It's kind of annoying. And I remember trying to you have to call. When's it? You have more twos. You have more of this. You have more, and they're like, no, come back. No, come back. It's kind of annoying. Same thing with the phone. The new phones, waiting online and making appointments. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if there was a line at Walmart tonight or not.
So when's the official? So you can buy them now, but when's the official launch date?
On the 16th.
The 16th, which is now for almost.
Oh, now, right now.
Are you gonna fall in line and get one?
No, I don't have any money.
2 hours ago.
Funny. It'd been so funny if we were like now, and Matt dropped his freaking headset and just ran. What?
I did fall in line for the iPhone 3GS. That was fun.
Oh God.
Oh, the line was long.
It's weird. Wait, the iPad 2 only came out. How long is it? Has it even been a year?
I think
No, not a full year.
I think so.
Let's
Let's find out.
Well, it doesn't feel like it. I felt like it was maybe February or.
There was a huge difference in.
I'm like, what day? What month are we in? Oh, it's March. That is.
Yeah. There was a huge difference between
Apple.
iPad 1 and iPad 2.
March 16th, iPad 2.
March 2nd was announced. March 11th it was released.
Wow, that's a fast year.
Not exactly a year, but
that was the fastest year of my
5
life.
days. Our whole life.
Wait till you have this year.
Yeah, really.
Or next year.
2000.
So is it going to be sad if we're talking
generation.
about in 10 years if we're talking about the 13th iPads come out?
I was just about to say I'm a little bit nervous that we're going to have a podcast next week, and I'll be like, 5th generation iPad. I'm like, 5th generation? Do we skip the 4th?
Right, 4S.
You know how it is.
So the new iPad.
Chrome 19.
Yeah, right. There's a new iPad. It has Siri. It has a better battery.
No Siri.
Oh, no Siri.
That really disappointed me.
That's a
I thought it
No
did have
Siri.
Siri.
Nope.
iPad 2 doesn't have Siri, right?
Nope.
Why does it?
Siri's only a web
exclusive to
service
Siri.
anyway.
They have fragmented their market, which is what they always shot Google for. But they have now done it to themselves.
Yeah, that's the only thing that disappointed me was Siri not being on the new iPad.
Do you think it should
wanted
be?
it.
Well, does that mean Siri won't be on the new
Definitely
iPhone?
should be. No, it'll.
Siri
Well, I don't know.
to you?
It depends on
No,
how much value or
it's
success
less about.
it is.
For me, it's less about that it's on there. It's more about following what they're doing. Why would they put it on the iPhone?
Mm-hmm.
And everything.
Well, it's technically a beta product still, so.
Yeah, that's true,
It's
but it
still
just
on
makes
the
me
new
wonder why
iPhone.
they didn't put it on their new tablet. I kind of thought that was a fail in a big way.
Yeah, it's the same software, so why wouldn't they?
It might.
A little bit better.
So then, what's new? What's so new on the new iPad? Why have an iPad? Why get a new iPad? Can you do any? What can you do on the new iPad that you can't do on iPad 2?
Assumably, you can do
higher
better
resolution
gaming.
graphics.
Just graphics.
But
That's
you
not good
can't
enough.
technically do better gaming because the developers aren't going to make 2 versions.
No, they'll still
Especially
make it. A lot of people have iPad 2s. They'll still make it.
Yeah, no, they'll make the iPad 2 version. I don't think they'll make an iPad 3 specific version. Because
So then,
right now they already have to make an iPad 3GS version, or an iPhone 3GS version, an iPhone 4S version, an iPhone 4 well, I guess iPhone 4 and 4S are the same version.
Yeah,
But
so that's
an
what I'm
iPad
saying.
2 version and an iPad HD version. So they're making 4 versions of the same game.
But what I was saying, if you have the original iPad, then I could see you getting the new one. But if you have 2,
Oh,
getting
okay,
the
yeah.
new one's simple. Just like I have the 4.
Right,
Why do I need a 4S? 4 and 4S are not that
Exactly.
much different. So
exactly.
it's weird.
Yeah,
You
there's
don't.
definitely... It feels like an iPad 2S.
There's not enough difference. They didn't give us enough, is what I'm saying. There's not
for
to
sure.
one. And why would they do that? Because it's like a lazy thing, or
No,
I almost feel
there's like hardware updates and
It's
they're pushing
faster,
it.
it's
Yeah.
thinner, better battery
it's
life.
an A5X chip, which I don't know what the X means, but it's better. And then the graphics.
It doesn't wipe my butt
chips
for me,
got
which is
updated.
what I was looking for.
Yeah.
No, wouldn't do that.
I'm sure you could do that if you wanted to.
Well, there's no Siri, so you can't tell Siri to do it. Siri, send someone to wipe
Then
my
you
butt.
can return it.
Siri, where can I find somebody that cleans things?
Cleans.
A housekeeper.
Whoa, I want that housekeeper.
Really? Yeah. Directing you to 3 housekeepers in.
I thought Android is coming up with a Siri equivalent. Is it Magellan?
It is, but it isn't. It was called Magell, and then they renamed it Assistant. And
Aw.
Assistant is supposed to be out in Q4 of 2012, which I don't know.
Oh my god! Speaking of, I'm
Whatever.
excited about the Google I/O.
Yes. I'm also excited about the Google.
When is it?
The Google I/O.
The Google I/O. June
June 27th,
June
29th.
27th, but you can reserve. Well, no, you can buy your tickets March
27th
27th in the yeah.
for $900.
Between 7 and 710.
Really, 900? Wow, that's
$900
really,
unless you're a student. And then it's
that's more
$300.
expensive than Rails. Rails is only 700. Wait,
Well, I think I was talking with somebody the other day, and they made a very good point. They're looking to get rid of swag hounds. So
Aw.
basically, well, you pay $900. Last year you paid $450, I think, and you could get a phone, a tablet, a Chromebook, and if you went to LG's or Sony's event, you could get 2 extra phones.
Wow.
And so you could walk away with 3 phones, a tablet, and some people ended up getting 2 Chromebooks because Amazon took too long and sent them an extra. As an apology, they sent them an extra Chromebook. So you could have walked away with like 6 devices. No, and
is that guaranteed?
that was all. It's almost guaranteed every
Pretty
year.
much.
At least a phone, a tablet, and now a computer. So
Yeah, or
you
yeah,
end up
tablet.
walking away with $1,000 in swag, even though you only paid $450.
That was last year, but this year it's 900.
And so this year it's $900. It's 3 days, and the Galaxy Nexus is out there, the Google TV is out there, and the Google tablet is supposed to be out there.
Everybody walking away with 30-inch TVs.
Yeah, I'll go. Okay.
Walking away more of being mailed like the Chromebook was, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That would be pretty funny
I
if I
just had
moved
to
into
say,
Moscow
make
and
it
sent
like
with one on my
crowd.
back, one on my back with ropes.
So wait, so does everything have Google Plus? Everything's gonna have Google Plus on it, right? That comes out from now on.
In time. Google TV
Google
doesn't yet,
Plus
but it will. I imagine. Actually, does it? Gosh. I don't
No.
know.
If it has the internet,
The
it has
Google TV? No.
No, I'm saying like comes with it, like already like built
Oh,
into everything.
okay.
Oh, now with Android 4, yes, it basically attacks you.
Begs you to use
It
Google
attacks you. It says sign in for your account or sign up for an account. So you sign up or sign in. It says you don't have Google Plus yet. You want Google Plus? And you're like, oh, okay, sure. Why not?
Oh, so that's
Why not? I have the
interesting.
phone.
And so anybody that buys a Google Nexus is like,
Well, it's the
oh,
same with an
okay,
iPhone
sure.
with iTunes, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you get an iTunes account.
So they basically don't force you into it. You can skip it. It's fine. Unlike iTunes, you can't skip that.
I didn't have an iTunes account for a long time.
Wait, you
I didn't
can't.
either.
You can skip the. How are you gonna keep contacts? So you don't have contacts on an Android? If
Oh
you
no,
don't
the
do that?
contacts list is still there. It's called People or something like that, but yeah, it's still there. It's just
The only thing I think is weird is that Google didn't make a Gtalk app for iPhone. Like, I mean, there's VTalk, but is that weird that they didn't do that?
It's a little strange, but I kind of feel like I have to tell people this. Well, I've told off people that have been very belligerent about it, saying, well, the same goes for my Google phone. I don't have iTunes. And then they kind of get all angry and even
Yeah,
mad at
but
me.
you have the market, so the market, and that's not the same thing. Gtalk is an instant messenger, so why not have it? They have Google Search, they have Google
Well,
Latitude,
fair-
Maps, everything.
There, I also don't have iMessage either. which is not necessarily your text messaging app. It's linked into your text messaging app, but it's something Android users don't get. And it's like, well, they got to keep certain specifics,
Well, if you tell them to use the Google Plus app from the iPhone store, they can use Messages. That still works, doesn't it?
Messenger.
Messenger or whatever it is. I never check.
I kind of
Wait, there's a Messenger app for Google?
Yeah, the Google Plus app.
You don't have Messenger?
Oh, no, you're talking about the app. Okay, But the app, but that's not Gtalk.
That's pretty much Gtalk.
It's basically Gtalk.
No, it works like Gtalk, but it's not hooked up to your Gtalk account. So.
Oh yeah, no, it's not hooked up the same
not
way.
Hooked up. What I actually use is, if they really need one, is like I use Talkathon.
It doesn't. It kind of doesn't, though, in a way, because anyone that you're circled with, you can chat with. I also found out that anyone I can text, I can chat with on Messenger as well. And then you can add anyone that has a Gmail account as well to Messenger.
I think you can do,
you do and you don't.
Email too. Let me see.
It is a little weird, but at the same time, it's kind of like
you can.
Talk will be the dead horse eventually.
It just doesn't show you that the person's online, but you can like type a name and email in a circle, and then you can.
But it would make sense for your Gtalk conversations to pop up in the Messenger, right?
I think that's eventually coming.
To combine it.
They're both built on XMPP, I believe. So.
But the Gtalk on Android, the Gtalk on Android is its own thing, its own app, or.
That's kind of the other thing. It's part of the Google experience. It comes with it's what they call the Google Apps package. You get.
Did you say
email,
apps?
Gtalk.
Apps. We know what you're
ass. Get that.
Google
app. But yeah, so it's kind of like their own experience. It's kind of their own thing. It's kind of like when people complain about the Gmail app. It's like, well, it is a Google product, and it is a Google phone. I mean, I understand in a way that Google makes everything else.
Well, does Android not have just mail, so you don't need to use the app?
They do have a specific mail client that you can use for, like, if you wanted to use...
you could hook up the Gmail to that client.
Microsoft.
Right?
Technically, you could.
Because that's what the iPhone likes. So the iPhone, you hook up all the emails, so why do you need the Gmail app?
But Gmail is so much better. The mail...
No, I mean, I could hook up all my Gmail to the app. Why? To the mail.
Just
so
kind of
I
like...
look at it in a prettier color?
I guess so. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they don't make... I don't know why they don't make all the apps for both, but I guess it's just one of those things. It's kind of like they want to compete at some level. So it's like, why offer all our services on the iPhone if we can offer some of them specific to our own phone?
No, I get it, but I don't think Gtalk's enough of a reason for someone to say, I want to have Android over iPhone.
Maybe it could be an Apple thing too. Maybe they rejected it. I don't know. And they've been butthurt ever since and just
why do they have Skype? I mean, isn't Skype's like Gtalk? So
yeah, it's more of a personal level at that point, I imagine.
In fact, I use Gtalk. Yeah, I use Gtalk a little bit, but I used to use Skype a lot more. And now I'm glad that I don't barely ever sign into Skype because it's a pain in the butt to open that. It's annoying. Skype.
I've actually heard the wars are back on because while Steve Jobs was alive, they signed a verbal agreement. They shook hands, more or less, said, "You don't take our people, we don't take your people. Let's just leave it at that." And that has stopped.
Oh, well, take. I mean.
We'll offer more money, offer better.
Yeah, but it only makes sense. Why would you not want to go where there's more money? You're doing the same work.
Well, no, I agree with you. I'm just saying.
You're not necessarily doing the same work.
There was somewhat of a peace when Steve Jobs was alive, and now that's gone.
Yeah.
So.
Is this just between Apple and Google, or between all of them?
No, Apple and Google mostly.
Because I hear that Microsoft and Google are really more than Apple and Google as far as trading employees.
Yeah, but I don't think they have a problem with it. There was like a specific verbal agreement spoke of with Apple and Google saying, you don't take our top guys, we don't take your top guys, and if anybody else wants to go, we should talk about it.
Someone was saying today, speaking of Apple, that it hit like $600 a share.
Wow.
Ridiculous. Did it?
Yeah.
It was at 500.
Somebody predicted that Apple stock is going to hit 1,000.
That's amazing.
I can't imagine buying one stock for $1,000. It's crazy.
It's really amazing. It kind of makes me wonder if they're ever going to hit a downward or when they're going to hit a downward, because I guess everybody hits a downward eventually.
But like the iPad, the reason why it went up probably is because the iPad sold out before it even came out.
Yeah, and so investors wanted in on that action, and
They might hit a downward if they don't change the iPhone.
And so what's dealing with
Like
Facebook
you're right.
IPO? I haven't really followed that. What's going on with that, with the Facebook?
I don't follow it either,
What-
really.
Is it, are people
Oh,
buying it?
they have a problem right now. Like Yahoo is patent trolling them. So
Yahoo bought a lot of Facebook stock?
no. Yahoo sued them for patent infringement. So
Oh.
kind of
Yeah, Yahoo's pretty pissed off at them right now.
Yahoo had money to sue them? Wow.
Yeah, Yahoo actually got. I kind of think they've
Who?
been
What?
hiding
What?
their assets.
What
like
products? What products on Yahoo do people still use? Maybe
Like
Yahoo
a-
IM.
Yahoo Mail.
Yahoo Mail,
I
Flickr,
guess.
and IM, and
I mean-
and Amy.
Hey,
Love you.
Amy, we love
the
you.
the virtual sports apps, of course.
Yeah. No. I think
People
Yahoo's
actually
so big
do.
in
No,
Asia.
actually,
In
Yahoo
Asia.
is huge actually for online sports teams. Like that's a huge thing. with
Oh yeah,
online.
fantasy. That's right.
Fantasy football. Thank you. I couldn't think of the
fantasy
word
stuff,
because
yeah.
I don't do that much stuff. But yeah, Amy would have killed us if we wouldn't have said that. But yeah, no, they're huge.
We love you, Amy.
Does Amy
They're
work for Yahoo?
huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a
She's-
Yahoo.
she's
She's actually
in
on the
Yahoo.
sports team,
Yeah.
No.
so it's kind
She's
of
one
funny.
of our
She's
co-hosts.
our co-host. Well, hopefully she can still be our co-host with this maybe time switch.
We can do Wednesdays and Saturdays.
I think that'll work.
Yeah, it's like quarter after 3 in the morning here in New York.
Yeah,
I know. Thank you for joining us too. It's
Yeah,
really
it's good to
nice.
have you.
It's good to be here. I should have went to bed. That was my mistake, but I'm glad that I stayed up.
A Google Hangout popped on. You had to join.
Well, I hit play and then I got an email. I was like, oh, okay. Oh my gosh,
wait.
yes.
Wait. Since we were at discussing the patent troll, so one of the, I think it was Yammer is offering like a 25,000 bonus sign-in if you leave Yahoo for Yammer because of what Yahoo's doing to Facebook. No, it's like crazy. It's like all these
That's
crazy tech
crazy.
stuff.
That's what more people need to do, though. More people need to do that. More people need to be like, oh, well, we'll do this if you do this, and then, I mean, they could get more ideas and more developers and more interesting things. Like, I mean,
Do Yahoo and Apple have a good relationship?
I don't think
No.
they have a relationship.
Oh, I'm just wondering if Yahoo and Apple could team up for a social network.
They definitely would need to, because, I mean, Ping was
Yeah.
the last time Apple tried a social network, and where's that at?
Because Apple has the money and Yahoo might have the engineer. Well, I don't know.
Some money.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, Apple
'Cause I know
has the money.
because I know, like,
Just a couple bucks.
one of Yahoo's top engineers is over Google Plus now.
Which one?
Bradley.
Oh, Bradley.
He invented like a lot of really cool back-end Yahoo stuff that people didn't use as often, but still is really cool.
But Apple doesn't have a
Interesting.
presence like Google and Microsoft, so if they bought Yahoo, they could, right?
Exactly.
What? Why? Why would you buy Yahoo?
Well, they would have to,
Doesn't really make
they'd have to spruce
They
it up.
have a lot of money. They can buy something else. I'm not saying bad.
Oh, you're saying it's
Yeah,
not
Build their own.
like-
build their own, but if they build, oh, you're saying they build their own, that's better than
They
buying.
tried it with Ping, but Ping didn't.
I
really
think
pick up.
I think they should buy somebody eventually, some smaller company that could help them out. And
I think
make-
they're more
site.
in not really cahoots, but they're more coordinating with Twitter
I
over
guess.
other.
I don't see them buying Twitter though.
not buying, but being buds with. I mean, it's
But Twitter's
people-
not enough. Twitter's like, it's not everything.
Twitter is like really a lot of
It's
spam.
not the whole pie.
It's
Well,
not
they did-
Facebook.
Speaking about that recently, Twitter did just buy Posterous, which
They
Which
did.
is
really
weird.
a giant move for them.
Why?
They did it for the team, though.
Posterous isn't a yeah, exactly. I think that's why they
It's
did it.
more of it. It's more like getting the.
Well, they did do
team
it for
out
the team.
the
'Cause
bottom.
I think Posters is going to shut down soon, right?
Is
They
that
actually
what,
said no.
fill me in?
Posters is staying
Posters
up.
is a website?
It's a
Posters is basically
microblog.
Tumblr.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like Tumblr with a more professional photo feel.
There are too many. Can I say there's too many freaking websites? That's about to do the
Yeah.
same thing.
You said there's too many websites?
There's too many websites to do the same thing. That's
Too many
for sure.
like-minded.
Oh.
Well, there are too many websites probably, but because too many of them do the same thing.
Well, I feel like it was kind of validated because Tumblr was kind of like, if you didn't follow the right people, Tumblr is like the smut timeline of the internet in a way.
Really?
Because if you follow any provocative girl on Tumblr, you're going to be surprised on Tuesdays.
Oh.
Yeah, on Tumblr, they have they have a thing called Topless.
They do.
So, and it just if
I totally
Wait, let me go
forgot
look
about
at that right now.
Wait,
And
where
Matt,
do you
again, Matt just runs off.
He drops his headphones.
I've had Tumblr. What's going on?
Oh, Tuesday. Can I go
That
back
screen
in time?
suddenly goes black and silent.
You have to wait like a couple of days now, Matt.
No, but like posters
You could just hashtag
was like posters. I feel like was like where people posted their Flickr photos, but then with a blog attached to it. So it's like
Yeah,
I
it's
took
like
this
a
photo.
microblog.
Yeah.
Microblog.
But people stopped kind of using it. And they added like a groups element, and they did something called Spaces recently, and it just wasn't doing great for them. But the team, like you can tell, like the team is a great team. So yeah, they totally bought it for the team. But Posters is staying up, so I don't know what's going on.
When you think about it, like Pinterest is like a reskin of Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's really bookmarking,
Which-
but with
Which Yahoo
pictures.
sold.
Is it bad if I tell you what I'm looking at right now?
No. Yeah.
It depends.
TopicTuesday.tumblr.com. Actually, the funny thing about it is, it's like these pictures aren't even like do anything for me. They're really weird. It's like embarrassed. They're like.
I'm gonna put this out there for a lot of people. If you're for one, go there only if you're 18. For two, go there if you're under 30, because there's a lot of 17 and 18-year-old girls on there.
Yeah.
Probably not your best. Probably not your best idea.
What's his name? Ryan something.
Well, actually, it's just amazing to me that so many girls would just do this.
Do that, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get off that topic because that's not.
Yeah.
That's not.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put it out.
No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine.
Because you
I
put it
brought
in
it
my
up.
wheelhouse.
I put it out there. I'm just gonna kill it right now. I was trying to think if there was any more news recently.
Oh, there's a guy.
I feel like there was something else. Yeah, there's a lot of guys on there. A lot of.
I don't know, but here in California there was this local guy whose iPhone exploded on his hand
Oh gosh.
What?
while
Tell me
playing.
more.
Yeah, it was an iPhone 3GS, and he claims that he was playing a game and he turned it this way, so he
Where are
turned
you?
it that way, and the bottom part exploded, so like it blew up on his hand. So this is in
Really?
California.
I mean, in a way, you'd
Great.
expect it to happen. It's batteries do that a lot.
It happened on my
anywhere-
MacBook Pro, so
If that's anywhere near where the battery is, then yeah, totally. I kind of can see it happening. That's crazy though. Oh, I would say the same thing.
Boy.
Jinx, steal me a Coke.
Did you see someone explode an iPhone on their hand? Oh, that's like.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's here in. I think it's somewhere in.
I'm sure if
forgot.
you
I
went to
just saw
Google
it
Plus and
yesterday.
typed in 3GS explosion, you'd either get that or something really strange.
The amount of animated GIFs I'm looking at, I'm like, really? Wow, it's not. That's a lot of effort.
You're still. He's
I'm
addicted
sorry,
to
I can't
Tumblr
look at
now.
animated GIFs. Like,
Oh,
He will never leave Tumblr.
another thing that is
Oh,
also
the black
big
hole.
this week
Curse you.
with mobile is like PayPal went into the mobile
Right.
payments,
They
which is just
kinda
like
tried
yeah,
to
and
do
there's
that
a
on
new
Square.
logo in the update. It's like dark
Oh,
blue
really?
now. It will look
Mhm.
weird. I don't know.
Yeah, they're kind of trying to take over what Square's doing, so that kind of takes it back to Twitter because that guy was Square.
Why
But
does
yeah.
everyone have to be blue? Is that why Google Plus decided to change the logo from blue to red? Because they're like, everyone else is blue, let's be red.
pretty much.
We started blue, and then everyone became blue, and now we're red.
I don't know.
And
Like,
white.
they have like different colors. They have yellow, green.
Oh,
It's
I
blue
saw this
all
on
over the site.
I was
and
following a graphic artist, and they said it's actually in the orange family.
Yeah, it
The
is
hex-
in the orange. It's
The
muted
hex
red.
code is actually
That's-
orange.
Technically, it is. They are right.
It's kind of a muted orange, red, burnt red thing going.
Either
like-
way, I wonder if that is a legitimate reason.
Like
as to why they did that.
terracotta.
Terracotta.
But
It's interesting.
Brownish red, but how do
wonder
you
if
feel about the new
with it.
Go Plus button?
I have had it for like 2 weeks now. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
Whatever.
doesn't really show up on mine because I use that extension, the one.
Oh, the Muhammad one that he did to
No,
get rid of it?
no. I use the one up where it's like it's a mushroom, and then when you click on it, it does
Dee-dee-dee-dee.
yeah, play one.
Yeah, Bobby Joe has that.
I love
Anybody
that
that's
one.
anybody that's hung out with Bobby Joe.
Hmm.
It's that
And
beep-beep-beep-beep.
every time I did it,
What's that?
oh, you can't hear it because I have speakers on.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but it does
yeah,
that like
it's kinda
one up
funny.
sound.
But
So
it
I
didn't
never
update,
really saw the
obviously, 'cause
button.
You have the extension.
Yeah.
I actually also have the Google Plus One extension for Chrome, so it updated there too. It actually updated a little bit differently because it used to have it so that if you plus one something, and that would tell you how many other people plus one it as well, in like a different color. And now it's red and gray. It's kind of odd. I don't know if I like that necessarily. Because before the gray used to mean that you couldn't plus one the website at all. And so it kind of confuses me to look at it and be like, gray, what?
But I find it funny that PayPal took a while before it did the card reader for mobile.
And I heard they're doing a lot with NFC too.
Oh, really?
In the future, there will be. It's kind of funny if I come up to you in the street and I happen to meet you and whatever, I can request a payment, and if you've got an NFC device, we can put them together, and it will beam the payment to me via NFC.
Oh, that's so
Which is pretty cool.
futuristic.
But it's kind of weird because it's like, oh, that's a new way to mug people, though. That'd be cool.
Give me all your money.
Put your phone to my
Oh.
phone and give me your money.
You could-
like, give me your money right there.
You could war NFC. Just walk around with a program, just grabbing people's stuff.
Yeah, really.
War driving for money.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, no problem. You got it. Word. I was like, what?
Word.
What?
It was like,
Whoa,
what? Where did that come from?
So I think what Matt was saying word to is the fact that I think we're going to close up shop right now because it's been about an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like we're doing what we did a couple weeks ago where it was kind of like, is there
Just
anything
keep
else
going.
to talk about?
And
And if we kept going last week, we were getting into the same topics where it was like, so there's a website where you can do this thing and it's not really provided.
I haven't really seen it
No,
because you haven't
stop
posted it.
Yeah, so we just kind of kept on going into unfamiliar territory. It was kind of like, we don't have anything else to say, so let's talk about this weird thing. And it's like, no, not on the show. Let's talk about it later. So,
What about, I mean, one last thing to
You're
talk
not
about. Maybe talk about it. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the face that almost every freaking app now has connected to Facebook, right? Have you already talked about this?
Right. No, we haven't really talked
Okay.
about that very much.
Yeah. And so what do you think
So
about that? Do you think that
it's
that...
either the- Go ahead. Oh, sorry.
No, you can talk. No, talk
Oh,
when
I
I
was
talk,
just
because that's how I talk. Yeah, you talk, I talk,
That's
we
right.
talk.
V-Talk.
V-talk. G-talk.
So
yeah.
basically, I was thinking along the lines of not only do you have to connect to Facebook, but you are, not anymore, but it used to be that you secretly submitted your contacts list.
Mhm.
And actually, my aunt just commented on this today, actually. She said, why is it that I'm seeing, from so-and-so, my friend, why am I seeing their Huffington Post articles? Why am I seeing their this? Why am I seeing their that? Is Facebook that controlling our lives right now? And it was kind of like, I kind of had to post, yeah. If you connect to Facebook via any website, you kind of unknowingly give them complete 100% permission. Or if you click a link on Facebook, you basically have to authorize going into that website. And if you authorize that website, you're authorizing
I don't
everything.
do that.
No, I
I
don't do it
refuse
either.
to authorize apps like that because it's like, if I click on a link to read a news article, I shouldn't be necessity to use your app. I should be able to hit your website, read the article.
Exactly. If I do it now, it's because I recognize the source, usually like TechCrunch or The Verge or something like that. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to give them the power to do this. I'm just going to go to TheVerge.com and find the article. Because
Right.
I don't like it. My aunt doesn't sound like she liked it. And a couple of
It's invasive.
Her 30 or so comments, most of them didn't really like it.
It kind of breaks how the internet's like supposed to work. Like I'm supposed to be able to click on the link and go to what you're showing me. I shouldn't have to click on a link and then sign up to use your app to read an article. It's way too much cost for the value that I'm getting. I just won't read the article.
Especially considering the next time you go read another article on that website, especially if you frequent it, whether you want it to or not, sometimes it'll share that article to Facebook.
Yep.
And it's like, my friends on Facebook, I know, don't want to know about this, satellite that's about to crash into whatever part of Texas.
Well, I
It
want to
doesn't
know.
matter to them, but I thought it was interesting, but I know they won't.
Yeah, most of the other news I discover is through my friends on Facebook reading them. Like, oh, so-and-so read this. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me read that too.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean,
All right.
That's why I gotta
There's a
jump on my
couple-
Google Plus Facebook list. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Jump all
I
over
think
it.
I will. I think I'll follow the link.
Did you post
So,
Yeah, I put it at the chat. Because literally literally there's like 93 people in it, which doesn't seem like a lot, but for us it's a lot that 93 active Google Plus users on Facebook in one spot can then see all the Facebook content. And some people they have a Twitter and Pinterest and all that, but at least we could all connect and support each other and care.
So do I subscribe? What do I do
You
to
could
it?
subscribe or just not. It doesn't matter. Yeah, subscribing helps, but
No, what am I supposed to do?
you
What
could subscribe.
well, all it does is like as you everything you post, if you're on this list, which you might be, or if you're not, add me as a friend. I'll
Which
put
you might be.
I don't remember. I don't know if are you.
People
if you
don't
guys,
really add me to like circles and stuff, but I
well,
think
no,
it
but
does
but
work.
here's the thing: is that it's just subscribing to your content, and I think it's only public content that shows up here because
Yeah,
I made
never
it.
post net. I don't post limited
I
or exclusive.
I don't
always
post.
publicly.
No, I don't either on Facebook. It doesn't bother me on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll post
I was
my-
going to
I'll post-
start posting publicly, but I don't know. It's just the privacy settings are too convoluted to be able to be like, I'm going to post this public and then that not public.
And it was funny how that came
Yeah.
out literally like almost right when Google Plus came out. They introduced the public button.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like, the funny thing is they already had it, though. Like, it was already all there. It was already all in the workings.
Just
You could
not
alre-
set up.
You could
that
already
way.
make groups and stuff like that. Yeah, it wasn't exactly that way.
No, and you can even make like lists, I think, or or separate friends to like close friends and stuff.
Let's do a quick poll. I'm just curious. Who of you likes Facebook?
Like,
Like?
likes it more than Google
Define-
Plus.
Is that the
Likes
right
it
word to use?
more than Google Plus, or more than any other service?
If I had a button
No.
that said like and it was under my interests, I wouldn't click it for Facebook.
No. Facebook is
So no, I don't.
a necessity site for me, not a enjoyment site. It's kind of like going to work. I need money, and I don't necessarily mind the people there most of the time, but I don't like it.
Why
Yeah.
did you
It's
not
kind of the
like
same
it?
way. If I don't get on Facebook, I don't see what my mom, my aunt, my dad, my grandpa,
There are
everybody's
people
doing.
that'll friend you
But
on
I don't
Facebook.
I see them,
and-
but I have so many friends and subscriptions that it's all
That's
mixed
the
up with
thing.
Google
I
Plus.
don't have
Oh.
that way.
Yeah,
Google Plus is
I
Google
don't
Plus.
have that either.
I've been
Facebook
using
is
Facebook
Facebook,
like Google Plus for a while now, so it's kind of all
That's
mixed
funny.
up.
Yeah, I haven't at all. Twitter, and to me, Twitter is just like the puke stream. It's kind of like, oh, I want to see what these weird people are doing now. And it's just
It's like, yeah.
oh, this person's playing
I follow
games.
hashtags on Twitter. You know.
Yeah. So I use them all differently. I'm glad they're all there, but I don't. Google Plus is definitely my home for now.
So
Yeah.
maybe I asked the wrong crowd. Let's ask people from Facebook. So what do you guys think
Yeah,
about
you're
Facebook?
asking people in a Google Plus hangout.
Let me
network
answer
they
the
like.
poll. Let me answer that poll for you right now.
Okay.
What's Google Plus, or Google Plus, that's still around, or I tried it once, but I just didn't understand it.
Okay.
That's what your answers will be.
I think
Because that's what.
there's a really simple solution to that.
What's that?
I'm not telling.
I was gonna say this is the point where she just ends the hangout. There's a simple solution to that.
Yeah, and goodbye, good night.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks.
It'll be like the other week where Google canceled our hangout for us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for us, right?
Last night I got killed with the HOA. It was not good last night.
Yeah, we were on air too, and it was just like do. So anyway, we should probably wrap up. And one of our guys was like, "I really gotta
actually,
go."
They were nice. They waited for us.
Yeah, we were like, okay, so we're gonna wrap up, and then somebody said something like, "Oh, we should really talk about," bzz, and it went out. and I talked to everybody, and I was like, I guess we're done. Like I chatted with a couple people and said, I think we're done. We're not coming back. They were like, oh, okay, that's fine. I wanted to go to bed anyway. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, but who goes to bed this time?
Well.
So I think
Awesome. Well, it was great, Johnny. I'm glad that you guys let me jump in and play around.
Yeah. But
You can join us anytime.
I really think it's cool to have an interesting iPhone perspective. So I'm glad you were able to jump in, because most of the time it's like,
All Android.
no matter
phones.
what we do, they have Android phones. It's like,
Yeah.
I didn't even plan this. What's the deal?
I mean, the iPhone, and one more thing, just the iPhone, like everything is in front of me. I mean, you move it around with my finger. I don't have to think of it's just there. I mean, there's nothing
there.
It's just, it's a better, I feel like it's an easier user experience, if that
I
makes
understand
sense.
that.
It's easier for an
totally
end user consumer experience.
I talk to people, and I say, you should get an Android phone because they're cheaper. And then they go, well, I just don't like this feature, this feature, and this feature. And I'm like, well, you can change it. And they're like, okay, well, I still don't like this, this, and this. I'm like, okay, well, you can change that too. And they're like, I just don't want to work at it. And I say, that's fine. An iPhone's for you then. Go get an iPhone, please. And they enjoy it. That's fine with them, and that's just what they like. And I understand that there are users that are just going to like the iPhone.
And there are people that could try to make that, the iPhone's Facebook and the Android's Google+, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's that.
No, anyway, that's a whole other topic. We can discuss it next week.
Let's wrap up.
We should totally wrap up.
Wrap up.
So let's do our outro.
Rappaport up.
Wrap up.
Our outro.
Starting with Chris, from my perspective, it's Chris.
Oh.
Okay, cool. JavaScript developer, work with Node and Backbone. Check out my Google Plus page. Has cool stuff.
Cool. Matthew Rappaport.
Matthew Rappaport.
I host Hangout Conversations every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Heather Faye, hopefully, will join me Thursday, singer-songwriter. If
Awesome.
I'm actually going to D.C. in the morning because I'm going to be an uncle. So,
Oh,
Congratulations.
Cool.
thanks.
And say hello to Carter Gibson.
I might.
Oh, are you meeting?
He's actually still in Texas, I think.
Oh.
And to finish up, I guess, I'm Mike, the other host. I got exciting news. I'm probably graduating as a graphic designer soon.
Cool.
And then I'm going back for web design. Weird. Going to be a bachelor degree in web design.
Oh, you're lucky because during my time we didn't have those. Excuse me, I'm not that old.
1970.
I was going to say, what when you were...
It
when you
didn't
were
really tell your
17?
age because they just started that like last year.
They
I was
actually
born in
did.
They just started the
1978.
program.
For my school, they actually just did start it last year. So.
Yeah, there's only like what was it? I was researching it. There's only between 5 and 10 like web design and development programs that were an actual web design and development title.
And this one's legitimately...
as of 2 years ago.
No. Either way, that's our show.
Right.
Now
Okay,
you
guys.
know. that the
When
fun
I'm your
fact
other
is-
Now you know.
And I'm your other host, Carmelyne Thompson.
we should all wave like all stupid.
Like they do a trade show.
Do it now.
Oh, do
Hey,
they? I didn't-
we're
stop
waving.
it now. Bye.
well, I said stupid, but
Do
Trey's
it while
bouncing.
we're waving.
Trade show. Alright, bye guys.
You mean Moritz's brother Trey?
See you on maybe
No.
Saturday or next
Is he
Wednesday.
blinking?
Yeah, we might be
Bye.
back Saturday.